Hello and welcome back to Psyche Truth, everybody. I am going to be doing a massage video today on the neck and head and a little bit of the shoulders too. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're gonna do face down today. And this is a mixture of a little bit of relaxation. Try and get Lauren's nervous system relaxed and calmed down. But there most likely will be a little bit of massage, structural massage that is, to help relieve any tension. I love working on the head. I feel like it's got a large surface area to play with. Lots of different structures and different muscles. Some people may be more sensitive on their scalp muscles. Other people may not realize how much they've been needing pressure on their scalp. So try different things. Ask them about it. Right here on top of the ear, right on this ridge, is the temporal bone, and there are muscles right in here that get really tight. Even down into the jaw, these guys can affect a lot. This bone actually shares an edge with more bones than any other skull bone in the skull. It's kind of like a traffic jam or an intersection. Sometimes I like to get my fingers right on that edge and find those muscles on both sides and start to dance between the two. You can kind of feel where the skull is twisted. And I just play. A lot of curls, a lot of drawing circles with my fingers. The rhythm helps. Feeling a bit of tension in her cervical spine, so I'm going to address her neck. It's important in the face down position not to press too hard down on their head. They will feel that pressure in their forehead and in their cheeks, so I like to pull more like traction. Pull them directly on the line towards me. Keeps the pressure from going down. That can help provide the same leverage. I think it's super fun to work the shoulder joint and the neck position in the downward facing placement. Feeling how gravity affects it in this position. It's different than when face up. Nothing like a good neck and head massage when you're feeling stressed. Can also help if you're feeling writer's block, or or some sort of creative stalling. The head holds a lot of tension. So to touch it and work the brain and remind it that we can support that tension, we can create some relief, can help take the pressure off, minimize brain fog, minimize low motivation. Feeling good in your body can be a wonderful incentive to get momentum going. And be careful when you're coming up. It is really helpful to have gravity help you when you're getting into things like the scalenes or the sternocleidomastoid. But in this position, it can feel vulnerable. We don't want to accidentally choke them or put a finger in the front of their throat and make them gag. So just make sure you're aware of your placement. Feeling a bit of first rib tension here for Lauren, so we're going to put a little more emphasis on this trap. And then come in and try and lightly strip those scalenes. Ooh. I want to take just a minute, shout out to our patrons, Danielle Holloway, Joel, and Matthew Eric. Give her a minute to relax. We did a little bit of structural work in there. So we still want this to be relaxing. I have a tendency to go in for deep work. Whatever you're doing on one side, check out on the other. See if you need to do it on that side, if they feel similar. The neck is very interesting because it's all on its own. And it tends to twist around itself, so the right and the left do not always resemble each other. Sometimes it's nice to just squeeze the back of the neck. It's a simple way to bring a lot of relief. And I'm going to use the head to help me achieve some structural shifts. Lauren has a bit of tension right here in her sternocleidomastoid on the left side. It is very common for the left to be a little bit more dense than the right. Most of us are right-handed. Therefore, the opposite side of the neck, the left side of the neck, is required to stabilize. While our right hand gets away with a lot of articulation, holding pens and stirring things, etc. So while that right side is doing all that work, the left side has to stabilize everything else. And in turn has to do a lot of work. We just don't tend to feel it like that. Create a little bit of light traction right under the occipits. So I'm just following the spine right to the base of her skull, widening out until I reach two little ridges. There might be tissue around these ridges. You can palpate that. Gently kind of rub it. But ultimately my goal is to find these two places and just ever so slightly pull those two spots towards me. And I don't want a huge pull, I don't want to put a lot of pressure on her head, but even the most gentle of forces can help engage traction in the spine and create a little length. Pull that spine up. And ask it to align and straighten out. It's almost like I have to lighten my touch just enough so that my pressure pulls on all the nerves and the subtle connections of fascia that go down the spine. If I pull too hard, I will miss them. And I'm going to lighten up and bring it up the back of the head. Sometimes jaw pain can be just from really lots of tension and tightness in the skull. So if you grind or clench your jaw or have pain, maybe get a head massage or get some craniosacral done. Skull bones are meant to subtly move. If they're not moving on a very subtle level, they're going to create tension. They're going to create pressure on the brain. Massage both sides of the neck and shoulders. Just bringing my soft knuckle, create some length in that trap. And get to the other side. Make sure I balance them out. Grab right around the spine. up the skull again. Even get into the temples if you need to. But really in the skull, it's about having just the right amount of pressure and a little bit of rhythm. All right. And gently closing the massage. We are finished. Thanks for joining me today in this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you'd like to see more, please join our Patreon. Otherwise, I will see you next week.
Join us for 14 and 30-day programs, hour-long classes, and much more on our yoga app, Yoga Plus by Psyche Truth. It's free to download and features a variety of wellness content, including yoga, fitness, Pilates, guided meditations, and interviews with dozens of wellness experts.